There's an article in it was on NFL.com, something in regards with the Eagles' current quarterback situation between Barkley, Tebow, Sanchez, Bradford. They still don't have a clear cut. I know it's still early, but they still don't have a clear cut starter. So I just want to give you this, and there's a lot going on there. You know, I'm in Philly every other week. You know, Philly radio is up in arms. They don't know themselves. You know, just want to give you my thoughts. And I think obviously it's Tebow is the one that's holding back Bradford from winning this job. Say what you want to say, but I think Tebow has a chance. I do know football, I promise you. Let me give you my thoughts first. I think Bradford is keeping Bradford from ultimately locking the starting QB job. Tebow plays a part, but I think it's mostly Bradford. Unless he is healthy enough to play in the preseason, someone else will start the regular season. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Okay, and this is why I think Chip Kelly, not necessarily what I feel, what Chip Kelly might have this uncertainty, who's the starting quarterback. A lot of people knock on Tebow because of how he was 2 years ago, even though a lot can change in 2 years. Out there in Philly, people turn around and say the same thing about Sanchez, but then they say, who knows? Maybe Sanchez will be better this season, that's what they all say down there, than his last season. So it's okay to think that Sanchez can change after a season, but not Tebow, who's been tirelessly working on his quarterback mechanics for the past 2 years. Now, obviously, hate him if you want, but you can't deny, I think, that Tebow does not put in 110% in everything he does. And if Sanchez is given a chance to show how much he has improved since last year, then I think it's only fair that Tebow should be given that same chance instead of constantly putting him down for how he was when he last played on an NFL team. I'm not saying, again, that Tebow should start for the Eagles. That has to be earned. But I think he has every chance to compete for a spot on that team, just like Sanchez and Barkley have. Can't deny he's by far the best athlete. His throwing game obviously is not as good as Sanchez or Bradford's, but I think his vision and decision making is extremely better. You gotta trust that at least Tebow could win you a few games here and there. Ultimately, I think if Tebow does get playing time, he should have a game to himself, and not how the Jets would throw him to do random options when everyone knew he was going to run the ball up the middle for 1 yard. I mean, because that was a disaster. That was a disaster in New York, being from New York. You know, just some of my thoughts. Don't count Tebow out, especially with Chip Kelly.